When Nora walked down the aisle, everyone gasped. Not because of her beauty, but because she had been missing for 2 years. And standing at the altar was her fiancé, now married to her sister. No one knew what to say. The room was frozen, jaws hanging open, the air thick with disbelief. But Nora kept walking. She wore the same wedding dress she was supposed to wear 2 years ago, the one everyone thought had been buried with her. And as she moved closer to the stunned couple, she spoke just loud enough for the entire room to hear. "Jack, you thought I drowned. But I survived. And I remember everything." 2 years earlier, Nora Evans had it all. At just 28, she was a brilliant tech entrepreneur in Atlanta, confident, beautiful, black, and fiercely independent. She was engaged to Jack Whitmore, a white corporate lawyer from a powerful, wealthy Southern family. Everyone saw them as the perfect match. They were planning a destination wedding in Cape Town, something magical, but 2 weeks before the wedding, Nora vanished. Her phone was found on a bridge, the last signal pinging near the edge of a riverbank. After weeks of searching, investigators declared it likely suicide. No note. Nobody. Just silence. Her family grieved. Jack mourned, or so it seemed. He gave interviews. He cried at the memorial. But within a year, he was seen with someone new, someone familiar. Alyssa, Nora's younger sister. Quiet, soft-spoken, always in the background. At first, no one believed it. Then the rumors were confirmed. Jack and Alyssa were dating. 6 months later, they were married. Some people whispered. Some were outraged. But over time, everyone just accepted it. Then came the wedding anniversary. Jack and Alyssa were renewing their vows in front of family and friends at an elegant outdoor venue in Savannah. Flowers, lights, champagne, it was all perfect. Until Nora walked in. She didn't rush or cry or scream. She walked calmly, her presence powerful and undeniable. And when she reached them, she turned to Jack and said the words that made everyone's blood run cold. "I didn't die. And I know exactly what you did." For a few seconds, no one moved. Then Nora pulled out her phone and pressed play on a recording. Jack's voice filled the space that he was talking to someone. "Alyssa." He was angry, panicked. "She's about to cut me out of the company," he said. "If we don't act now, we lose everything." Alyssa's voice followed. "So what do we do?" The room fell silent again. People started looking around. Some gasped. Alyssa started to cry. Nora stared at them both and finally said what she'd been waiting 2 years to say. "You drugged me. You staged my suicide. You left me to die." Turns out, on a weekend getaway, Jack had slipped something into her wine. They were by a river. He pushed her over the edge, tossed her phone behind her, and walked away. But Nora didn't die. She hit the water hard, but a fisherman found her downstream. Unconscious, bruised, but alive. For nearly a year, she had no memory of who she was. The trauma had erased everything. She lived quietly in a coastal village under the care of a retired nurse. Then one day, while shopping for groceries, she saw a news clip playing on a tiny TV in a market stall. A wedding announcement. Jack Whitmore, marrying Alyssa Evans. Something inside her cracked open. The memories came flooding back. She didn't go to the police. Not right away. Instead, she watched. She waited. She returned to Atlanta in secret, regained access to her cloud accounts, and found digital backups, audio, emails, security footage. Jack had never deactivated the smart devices in their shared condo. One had captured a full conversation, and now, in front of everyone, she was playing that moment. But there was one last twist. Nora looked straight at Alyssa, eyes burning. "You knew I was alive, didn't you?" Alyssa shook her head, but Nora stepped closer. "Don't lie. I saw the money transfer. You paid the nurse to keep me hidden. You just didn't expect me to remember." Alyssa collapsed into sobs. Jack tried to run, but the police were already there. Nora had tipped them off. Officers stepped forward and cuffed him before he made it 10 steps. And just like that, the wedding was over. Nora didn't stay long. She gave a final statement to the police and left the same way she came, calm, silent, radiant in white. Weeks later, a video surfaced on her old business page. It was her, sitting in a sunlit room, smiling faintly at the camera. "Sometimes justice isn't about revenge," she said. "It's about the truth. Truth doesn't scream. It doesn't beg. It just waits, until the lies run out of breath. Then the screen faded to black, and that was the last time anyone saw her.